yourself in a long-term, dedicated relationship with a single dude, and the question is simple. Why wouldn't you just leave him? Instead of complaining every time he leaves the house and tell you where he's going and you say you don't believe him, why is it when he came home you opened your arms to receive him? And if he told you he didn't want to be in a relationship, why do you do everything you can to please him, told him he was a stranger in your house? And even though you knew who he was and y'all first started to go out, now when you look into his eyes, you find it hard to realize that he's him. Because at this point in your relationship, he won't do shit unless it pleases him. And despite his indiscretions, you tell your girlfriends that you would never leave him, and that leads them to say that you're taking your sense of self-pride and committing suicide, or what me and Corey like to call relationship treason, because love is war, and nobody's ever been able to play both sides. So I wonder why you wouldn't just leave him. I mean, why you wouldn't just leave him? I mean, it's not like you don't have a good reason. Your mother always told you, if a man wants something bad enough, he will do whatever he can to get it. So if his actions, if a man wants something bad enough, he will do whatever he can to get it. So if his actions, if a man wants something bad enough, he will do whatever he can to get it. So if his actions aren't in line with those words, I don't know why you don't just say forget it, but you see a woman can hear the exact same thing and process that shit completely different.
Rewind! Message!
You see a woman, when a woman wants something bad enough, she can take something that isn't and convince herself that it is it. Wow. Take a square peg, push it into a round hole, and convince those around her that it fitted, but are you really to blame? Because if these lames put you in that situation again and again, you have no choice but to think that we are all the same. More concerned with the way your hips turn than trying to learn your name. It's a shame that now you figure you gotta get with any dog and hope he's tame. Otherwise, you will end up leaving this world much the same way you came.
Message.
You will end up leaving this world but the same way you came. Alone. And I wish that I could tell you that you're wrong. But you probably have a couple of female friends who already suffered that same fate. And that's led you to believe to get with the dog with the least amount of fleas before it's too late. But I'm telling you, if you do that, you are only setting yourself up for more complaints, because deep down inside, you know he doesn't make a good mate because he can't relate to the difference between love and affection. He can't tell the difference between love and affection. Sweet rubs and caresses, a hard on and an erection. And I know you claim to love him, so you want to try to teach him those lessons. But he says he has no interest in trying to learn, because in turn, doing so will make him feel less than a man. Completely dismissing the fact that if he did so, it'll make you feel more like his woman. Simple things like opening your door before you go in, so then you start to rationalize, well, girl, that's just the way he is. That's how he was when I met him. So anything he wants to do, she lets him. Goes to her girlfriends, complains about how much she detests him, but won't leave him, allowing something to occupy her lifetime that was only meant for a season. See, when you're holding on to something that doesn't want to be held, when the man that comes along for you that's meant to be, your hands are full, and you won't be able to seize him, but believe when I tell you that there are other women out there that seize him so. If you're going to miss out on something that was meant to be, then holding on to something that never was shouldn't be the reason. You see, there's a reason that a standard is called a standard. There is a reason that a standard is called a standard. There is a reason that a standard is called a standard. It's because it was never meant to be lowered. That's like taking 3 steps back and 1 step up and somehow convincing yourself that you're still moving forward, and I'm just a person, I'm trying to be too forward. No, fuck that. Yes, I am. Because sometimes you have to raise your voice when the volume of choice is the silence of the lambs. Ladies, I'd expect a man straight that he cares when we pay attention to how some of you walk, talk, and dress. It seems like y'all don't give a damn. It seems like y'all don't give a damn. If you want a man to come at you with a different approach, you have to show him that if he does so, it will garner a different result. Because if a man that is trying to get to know you gets the same no move as a dude that's only trying to hit, then at the end of the day, who is really to blame if that is all you end up with? And please don't blame it on how quickly a man might be trying to get y'all to be intimate. Because I know that every woman in here has this sense of self-respect, and y'all want to make a man wait, and that's okay. On behalf of every dude in here, let me state, that if y'all aren't doing anything differently after your first 3 months than you were doing after your first 3 dates, it's gonna take you a whole lot more than 90 days and some good sex to make a man stay. The shit just does not work that way. If you aren't doing anything differently after your first 3 months than you were doing after your first 3 dates, it's gonna take you a whole lot more than 90 days and some good sex to make a man stay. The shit just doesn't work that way. Let me let y'all in on a little secret. You see, the same 5 minutes that you all use to decide whether or not you're gonna let that man dick you down, he's over there using the same 5 minutes to decide once he finally does, if he's even going to stick around. So I shouldn't ask you, the same 5 minutes that you all use to decide whether or not you're gonna let that man dick you down, he's using those same 5 minutes to decide once he finally does, if he's even going to stick around. So I shouldn't ask you why you won't leave him. You better start asking yourself, why am I staying? How do you expect to find the man that was meant for you if your actions aren't in line with what you're praying? And I'm just saying, I didn't write this ruin the idea of a good relationship. We're just losing patience with those who say that there are no good men when it's them that are on the complacent tip. Of saying that there are no good men when it's them that are on the complacent tip, instead of stopping and trying to figure out what might be wrong with you. But you are quick to say that there are no good men. Buy Steve Harvey's book and let him tell you what to do.
Rewind.
You are quick to say that there are no good men, but you're gonna buy Steve Harvey's book and let him tell you. Y'all know he got like divorced 3 times, right? Y'all know that, right? Like that's what y'all going to for relationship advice. Like, think like a man, my ass. So I'm gonna send you all $14.95 and break it down for you. It's very simple. It's these 3 things. If you don't understand your value, then we are never going to value your wealth. If you don't understand your value, then we will never value your wealth. If you are not saying anything of any substance, you are just wasting your breath. It's okay to follow the else's path, but please take your own steps. And I know in this world y'all can't do it alone, and sometimes you might need help, so it's okay to act like a lady, but baby, just make sure you are thinking for yourself. Thank you.